Okay, so imagine this. You're lost in the wilderness. No signal, no map, just you, the trees, and a head full of survival tips that you half remember from movies, TV shows, and that one guy in school who said he watched every episode of Man vs. Wild. You feel confident. You've got this. And then you die. Because basically everything you think you know about survival, yeah, a lot of it is completely wrong. And not just wrong, like dangerously, fatally, embarrassingly wrong. So today, bros, we're going through the survival tips that are so bad, following them might actually get you killed faster than doing absolutely nothing. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. Ah yes, the crown jewel of bad survival advice, famously promoted by Bear Grylls on TV. If you're dehydrated and desperate, just drink your own pee. And look, on paper, it sounds almost logical. Urine is about 95% water, right? So technically, you're getting some dehydration. Easy fix, sorted. Except, no. Here's the thing. It's that other 5% that's the problem. Urine contains over 3,000 compounds, including concentrated salts, waste metabolites, and toxins that your kidneys literally just filtered out of your blood. The whole point of urine is to remove that stuff from your body. When you drink it, you're putting all that waste directly back in, and your kidneys now have to filter it again, using precious water to do so. So you end up losing more water than you gained. It's like trying to fill a bathtub by scooping water out of the drain. In fact, the US Army Field Manual, one of the most authoritative survival guides on the planet, explicitly instructs soldiers not to drink urine in a survival situation. The SAS Survival Handbook says the same thing. And here's the stat that really gets me. Scientists have found that the salt concentration in urine can approach 2%, similar to seawater. We already know seawater accelerates dehydration. Drinking urine? Same deal, just grosser. The survivorship bias here is wild too. People point to survivors who drank their urine as proof that it works, but we never hear from the people who tried it and it made things worse. They're not around to tell the story. So what should you actually do? Prioritize finding water through other means, collecting dew, following insects, digging near dry waterbeds, and whatever water you do have, drink it, don't ration it. Studies show that most survival situations resolve within 72 hours, and this is dark. Hikers have been found dead in the desert with full water bottles. Dehydration kills your decision-making first. You're hiking, snake bites you. What do? If your answer is, cut the wound open and suck the venom out, you have watched too many cowboy movies. And I say that with love. This cut and suck technique has been kicking around for centuries. It was even in the official first aid manuals for a while. It looks dramatic, it feels heroic, and it does absolutely nothing useful. Here's why. Snake venom doesn't just sit politely in a little pocket at the bite site, waiting to be sucked out. It's made up of a range of molecules that begin diffusing into your tissue immediately, into your bloodstream, your lymph system, the spaces between cells. By the time you've even thought about reaching for your mouth, the venom is already on the move. A study published in the Annals of Emergency Medicine found that suction devices, even purposely built for snake bites, removed less than 2% of the venom. 2%. That's so little, it makes essentially zero difference to the outcome. But it gets worse. When you cut the wound and apply your mouth to it, you're introducing bacteria from your mouth directly into an open wound. That massively increases the risk of infection. And if you accidentally swallow venom, that's a whole new problem for your digestive system. And don't even get me started on tourniquets. Applying a tourniquet to a snake bite traps the venom concentrated in one area of the body, which accelerates tissue damage and, in serious cases, can cost someone a limb. The Centers for Disease Control, the Mayo Clinic, and basically every modern medical authority agree. Do not cut, do not suck, do not tourniquet. What you should do, stay calm, because movement and an elevated heart rate spread the venom faster. Immobilize the bitten limb, keep it below heart level, remove tight clothing in the case of swelling, and get to a hospital as fast as humanly possible. That's it. Boring, but alive. You've definitely seen this one. Someone's freezing cold, maybe stranded in the snow, maybe just at a bad outdoor party, and someone hands them a flask of whiskey and says, "Drink up, it'll warm you right up." And you know what? it feels like it works. That's the cruel part. You take a sip of something strong and almost immediately, you feel this rush of warmth spreading through your body. Your skin flushes. You feel toasty. It is a complete physiological lie. Here's what's actually happening. Alcohol causes your blood vessels to dilate. They widen, and warm blood from your body's core rushes to the surface of your skin. That's the warmth you're feeling. But what you're actually doing is pulling heat away from your vital organs and pushing it to the surface, where it then radiates off into the cold air around you. Your core temperature, it's dropping. Your vital organs are getting colder, but you feel warm, so you don't seek shelter. You don't put on more layers. You don't take it seriously. And that is exactly how people die of hypothermia while feeling comfortable. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that people who consumed alcohol in cold conditions experienced a faster decline in core temperature compared to those who abstained. Alcohol suppresses shivering, which is your body's built-in heating mechanism, and it dulls your perception of cold, so you literally cannot tell how bad things are getting. The St. Bernard dog with the little rescue barrel of brandy, that image has been killing people for centuries. Don't follow the cartoon. If you're cold, you want hot, non-alcoholic drinks, insulation, shelter, and body heat, not a swig of whiskey. This one is brutal in its logic. Frostbite means your skin is frozen. Friction creates heat, so rub the frozen skin to warm it up? Please, for the love of everything, do not do this. When the skin freezes, actual ice crystals form inside your cells and tissues. These crystals are microscopic, but they're jagged. And when you rub frostbitten skin, even gently, those ice crystals act like tiny knives, lacerating the surrounding cells from the inside. You're not warming up the tissue, you're shredding it. The damage from rubbing frostbitten skin can be worse than the frostbite itself. You can turn a case of superficial frostbite into something requiring amputation. The correct approach is slow rewarming, using warm, not hot, water around 37 to 40 degrees Celsius. Pain relief, because rewarming frostbite is genuinely excruciating, and medical attention as soon as possible. You also want to avoid refreezing the tissue. A limb that's been thawed and refrozen suffers dramatically worse damage than one that stayed frozen until proper treatment was available. Also related, don't put a frostbite victim in a hot bath to treat hypothermia. The sudden temperature shock can stop the heart. Slow and steady wins the race, or in this case, keeps the heart beating. This one feels so intuitively right that it's almost impossible to argue against. If you're lost, keep moving. Cover ground. Find a road. Find a river. Find civilization. Don't just sit there waiting to die. And in a small number of specific situations, like if you're certain of your direction and close to help, movement might make sense. But in general, randomly moving through the wilderness when you're lost is one of the fastest ways to make your situation dramatically worse. Here's the science. Our internal sense of direction is genuinely terrible, especially under stress. Without visual reference points, humans tend to veer in circles, sometimes tightening to loops as small as 20 meters across. You can walk for hours and end up almost exactly where you started, except now you're exhausted, dehydrated, and further from where anyone is looking for you. And here's the critical thing about search and rescue operations. They start from your last known location. Search teams radiate outward from where you were supposed to be. If you've wandered 5 miles in a random direction, you have just put yourself out of their search pattern. The wilderness survival mantra is stop. Think, observe, plan. Staying put conserves energy, conserves water, and keeps you within the search zone. Make yourself visible. Bright colors, signals, fire, anything that makes you easier to spot from above. Many survivors were found days later specifically because they stayed put, stayed visible, and made rescuers' jobs easier. Many people who didn't make it were found miles away from where anyone was searching. This one has been taught to children for generations. Lost in the forest, no compass, no problem. Just find a tree with moss on it, because moss grows on the north side. And now, you know which way is north. Except it doesn't. Or more accurately, sometimes it does, in some regions, under some conditions. And using it as navigation is about as reliable as asking a squirrel for directions. Moss grows where conditions favor it. moisture, shade, and suitable bark. In the northern hemisphere, the north side of trees does tend to get less direct sunlight, so moss can be more common there. But wind patterns, terrain, humidity, nearby water sources, and local microclimates all affect where the moss actually grows. In many forests, moss grows on all sides of the trees equally. In some regions, it's actually more common on the south side. Survival experts note that relying on this myth can give you false confidence and send you walking in the wrong direction for hours, burning calories, depleting water, and potentially putting yourself in more dangerous terrain in the process. The lesson here is broader than just moss. A lot of nature navigation tips that sound logical are far less reliable in the real world than they sound. If you're serious about wilderness navigation, learn to read a topographic map and carry a real compass. A real compass costs about $15. Bad navigation can cost considerably more. Okay, we've made it to number 7, and I want to be clear. This is my personal opinion on the single most dangerous survival myth on this entire list. Not because it sounds the most wrong, but because it sounds the most right. And that's exactly what makes it a killer. You're lost, you're thirsty, you've been walking for hours, and then you stumble upon it. A crystal clear, fast-moving mountain stream. Cold, beautiful, sparkling water tumbling over clean rocks. You cup your hands, you're about to drink, and everything in your brain is screaming, "This looks fine." Don't do it. Here's the thing that nobody tells you. You cannot see microorganisms, you cannot see bacteria, you cannot see parasites, and some of the most dangerous things living in that gorgeous mountain stream are invisible to the naked eye, and absolutely, positively will ruin your life. The big ones are Giardia and Cryptosporidium. Giardia, sometimes called beaver fever, is a microscopic parasite found in freshwater sources all over the world, including high-altitude streams that look pristine. According to the Mayo Clinic, it is one of the most common waterborne diseases in the United States. And here's the stat that should genuinely terrify you. A single beaver upstream can release billions of Giardia spores into the water. Billions. And it only takes 10 of those spores to make you violently ill. We're talking severe stomach cramps, projectile diarrhea, vomiting, and bloating, sometimes for weeks. And here's why that's not just uncomfortable, but potentially fatal in a survival situation. Diarrhea and vomiting cause dehydration. So, you drank the water to stop being dehydrated, and now you're more dehydrated than before. Plus, you're weak, your energy is gone, and you can't move properly. In a wilderness survival scenario, that chain of events can absolutely kill you. But wait, what about the fast-moving water? You might have heard that fast-moving streams are safer. And there's a tiny grain of truth there. Faster water does dilute pathogen concentrations slightly, but medical experts are clear, it does not make it safe. The pathogens are still there. The risk is still real, and Giardia is just one of them. Natural water sources also contain E. coli, Salmonella, Cryptosporidium, Hepatitis A, and a whole menu of other things that will destroy you from the inside out. So why is this my number 1? Because every other myth on this list sounds at least a little bit suspicious. Drinking your pee? Even Bear Grylls makes you feel a bit gross about it. Sucking snake venom? Deep down, you know that seems wrong. But clear, cold, running water in a beautiful natural setting that looks and feels like salvation. Your brain, your instincts, 1,000 years of human evolution are all screaming, drink it. And that's exactly why it's the deadliest myth on this list. The fix is simple, cheap, and lightweight. A portable water filter or purification tablets. A basic filter like a Life Straw costs about $15 and fits in your pocket. Iodine tablets cost even less and weigh almost nothing. If you have neither, boil it. A rolling boil for 1 minute kills Giardia, Cryptosporidium, bacteria, and most viruses. Just boil it. Clear water isn't clean water. Never forget that. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 7 survival tips that everyone thinks will save their life, and might actually end it. Don't drink your pee. Don't suck snake bites. Don't reach for whiskey in a blizzard. Don't rub your frostbitten hands together. Don't wander aimlessly when you're lost. Don't navigate by moss. And above all else, do not drink that beautiful, clear, sparkling stream water without treating it first. The common thread in all of these, they feel logical. They make intuitive sense. Someone, somewhere, told you they worked, or you saw it in a movie, and it just stuck. But survival isn't about what feels right under pressure. It's about what the science actually says. And the science says, stay calm, conserve resources, treat your water, get medical attention, and don't let Bear Grylls make your decisions for you. If this video saved your life someday, or at least made you slightly less likely to suck on a snakebite, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know, which of these so-called survival tips did you find the most surprising? Which one had you saying, glad I learned that would kill me? And while you're down there in the comments, please hit the like and subscribe.